This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 276. I'm Jason.
Beat. Where are they?
I don't know. Blake's here.
Blake.
No one else is here. So Jeff and Jim are coming sometime. I don't know when, but guess what? We're taking over.
Is it?
You know, last time we did this, it was a little awkward, and people were a little freaked out online.
Why?
I don't know. They said it's very odd because Blake always ignores Jason, and Jason ignores Blake. So it's really an odd combination.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know either. How's Oak Island?
Oh man, finding buried wood was never
They
so
found
exciting.
buried wood?
Yeah.
Wow.
I found buried wood.
Wow.
And baubles.
Oh.
And a trinket.
Can we talk Game of Thrones? I watched it.
No.
I haven't seen
You're
7
gonna skip,
seasons,
You're going
but-
to skip the first entire season, and you're only going to watch the last season?
Yeah, I think that would work.
Actually, you're maybe smart, to tell you the truth.
No, okay. So,
All right. So
Xerxes.
Well, hold on
what
a
is
sec.
she doing?
Xerxes.
What's she doing?
Cersei. That's
Okay.
Cersei.
So,
Well, hold on a second. I
Yes.
have to bitch first.
Uh-huh.
I was told every episode was going to be like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. This first episode was 1 hour.
I think the only last 3 episodes are an hour and a half.
That's bullshit because I thought they said it was going to be like a movie every episode.
Did it feel good to watch it after years?
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Because what? It's been 2 years?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been neat to see the Easter eggs and the new opening and the symbolism and all that kind of fun stuff, and everybody getting wigged out on what it means.
But Xerxes just wanted elephants. Why did she not get
Yeah,
elephants?
Berserksies.
Okay, I don't understand it. She didn't get elephants. I'll be honest, I didn't watch.
Oh. She wanted elephants from the Gold Company.
And before we go more into Game of Thrones, because I really want to talk it, Blake.
Yeah, I know.
She just wanted fucking elephants.
Yeah.
We got Jeff and Jim are here.
Yeah, at our regularly scheduled time to be here.
Yeah. You know, we can probably start a half hour earlier or so now.
Well, then you should tell us.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
That was actually Hackney's fault. Intern Hackney, we asked him to set it up, and he's like, oh, fuck them. I was like,
Acne!
that's not a good intern there, you know?
I was actually here on time and early.
Yeah.
I'm going to call shenanigans on that Hackney, blaming Hackney again, because I'm pretty sure you didn't call him.
I didn't.
Yeah, but it's fun blaming everything on Acne.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Acne?
Acne.
Oh, okay. I'm not 13 anymore.
I could never get a date because of acne. Acne!
Yeah, it wasn't my personality. Anyways, Jim brought Pez, and we have been low on Pez. And for new listeners, and we've had a lot of new listeners, so we appreciate that. We have a lot of Pez in our facility here. And we've been
Pez is the official candy of Hobie.
Yeah, despite what Posadic Geek says, of course, he's not doing podcasts anymore, so yeah, fuck that. You go against Pez, look what happens.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
What?
So, okay, we'll get to it now. So, real quick, Besotted Geek, friend of our show, him and Peacock, Stork and Peacock, are no longer doing their podcast. This past week was the last episode. It was a sad moment.
Yep.
Say what?
They only had 146 episodes, or 65.
Sad.
Breath of silence. So,
Did they run out of drink concoctions?
I don't know.
I think their livers gave out.
So we will. It is sad. They're still on Twitter though, so that's good. So we can still harass them. And I have somebody that can talk to me about Riverdale. But it's sad.
I can talk to you about Riverdale.
Shut up, Jim.
It sucks.
Stop it.
It's never been good,
Hey, you want to talk Black Lightning?
and it never will be good.
No, but I can't stop watching. And the abs on AJ's Kappa. Oh. Anyways,
KJ Appa?
AJ Kappa. Anyways,
Ookie.
so anyways, but with Besotted, it is sad because we are a last of a dying breed, Jeff. You
We
notice
are.
that?
People are leaving the game.
Dark Angels, Pretty Feet
What?
have stopped podcasting
What?
They did a live podcast this past Friday.
on YouTube.
They YouTubed it, and it was going to be their last one.
We had a deal with them that they were supposed to be last man standing with us, and they gave up.
Yep.
For those that have been around since the beginning, we started with musings.com. Musings.
Musingsofageek.com.
Yeah, musinggeeks.com, sorry. And of all the shows there, we're the last one standing. Who the What Now still around?
Yes. They took a long hiatus, but they came back.
They came back.
Good job.
They've resurrected themselves
Yes.
like the Phoenix in podcasting.
Like Jesus on Sunday. And
Exactly.
but
and Jon Snow,
is he back?
after being stabbed in the heart.
Oh, he's back. Did
right.
he get
What?
an elephant?
He did.
Jon
Yeah,
Snow?
actually, he got something bigger than an elephant.
Ooh.
Jon Snow's
dragon?
back?
Yes.
Where the hell have I been?
I don't know. Where have you been?
I-
Spoiler alert.
I thought the guys from Night Watch stabbed him and killed him.
They did.
Is there still
he's dead.
prostitutes in the movie? In the
He
show?
was.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
there's
we're
still
prostitutes.
actually there are prostitutes in this episode.
Okay.
There
okay.
were 3, by the way.
Did Peter Dinklage have fun with him?
No,
Nope.
Braun
no,
did.
but Braun did.
Who's
yes.
Braun? Strowman, the wrestler.
No.
Jerome Flynn.
Oh, I love Errol Flynn.
He was in real life Berserk's ex-boyfriend.
Okay. I love Xerxes.
Yes. You notice how they will never be on screen together?
Because they hate each other. Yes.
In this past episode, they had to have Qyburn come in to tell Braun Xerxes' plans.
as the messenger. Yeah.
Is that really true that they don't like
True.
each other? in
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
life?
that's true.
And
Wow.
then, like last season when they were meeting in the
Dragon Pit
Dragon Pits, he had to leave
before she
before
would come
she
out.
came out.
Yeah, it actually they
What the hell
they
happened
wrote it
there?
into the story. He tells Podrick, "Hey, let's go drink while these uppity ups talk." And
They had a
They had
nasty
a-
breakup.
Oh, they were dating.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. They hate each other's guts in real life.
Well, people that the rumor is that Neil and Annalise hate each other, so that's why they quit their show. We can't confirm that.
Can't confirm that at all.
And it's probably
They're
not true.
staying married.
Yeah,
so.
well, yeah, that's true. There's a lot of people on that hate each other that are married.
Well, if they,
Melania and her husband.
Supreme Chancellor.
if they
I
come
was
on,
talking about somebody else.
if we bring them on our show, they'll probably get divorced.
We are 2 for 2 on married couples coming on the show. Blake?
Blake,
2 for 3. How you doing over there, Blake?
Oh, yeah.
I met your wife.
Yeah.
You need to hold on to her with everything you have.
Actually, she gave. I said, I need top 5 spirit animals, and she gave me 5.
All right.
We'll get to that in
So
a
there
second.
you go. So you talk about divorce.
So,
we truly believe you outkicked your coverage with that one.
Yeah.
Now,
I
are
do
you
agree.
going with her picks of your top 5 spirit animals?
Yeah, I'm a lazy asshole. I was like, I don't want to do this.
before we get into that, though, real quick here. So, Dark Angels, they are still doing some YouTube stuff.
Well, who's going to get all the glitter now?
I don't know. They're doing. I think we are getting some free swag from them because they have a lot of leftovers. So I said we'll give it away at the expo.
You know, I still got
September
their
22, 22nd.
I still got their koozie at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is sad though because they are really good people and they came up with us and it sucks. It really
We'll
sucks.
have to extend a branch out and see if one or
Yeah.
both will be willing to
You
Yeah.
come
know,
on our show.
Neil's probably the best critic we had on the show who never watched any of the TV shows or movies you asked him about, but he had the best critique of them all.
I was a little creeped out though. He was into bowling ball porn. that was a little weird.
I think you were the one into bowling ball porn. I think you thrust it upon him.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing
Okay.
wrong with it. So we do want to say that it does suck because we really like them in that. So they're around a little bit, but they won't be doing podcasts. And they said they may come back in a couple of years in that. But at this point, it was just tough to do every Saturday.
Too much Jamaica.
Yes,
But anyway, Jim brought Pez to the studio.
he did.
And I just ate a whole bunch of cola and strawberry Pez. I had strawberry cola Pez. Mm-hmm. It was real good.
Good. I'm in cola right now.
I'm moving on to the sour pineapple.
I noticed the Pez Cola says caffeine-free.
What?
Packaging.
Damn it! I got the wrong one.
I want my candy full of caffeine.
See that, Episodic Geek? We're eating Pez and we still have a show. Anyways, so
Plenty of gluten though.
oh no.
Oh, no.
Real quick though, and I'm
Those
not
are sour.
Which one are they? The Pez Sours?
Sours.
Oh shit! I think I sent those over to Reasons or Several.
Oh, those are good. Oh, I love sour candies.
Or maybe I sent it. No, actually, I sent the sours to Besotted. I guess he's a sour man. I did for doing the.
No wonder why he doesn't like Pez.
For doing the Bowling for the Brave, we sent him some Pez. Real quick, and I'm not trying to get into anything. I was made aware by Des Hassing, who's Native American. He said something about spirit animals.
And he's our most educated
He
listener.
is. And he made it.
He has a PhD.
He said most people would not be offended by it.
Several PhDs.
But he said Native Americans might not like the spirit animal connotation that we're saying. So he said, just to give you an idea, he's like, perfectly fine that you're doing it. He's like, the phrase those spirit animals is really close to Native Americans.
Okay.
So I said, I appreciate him bringing it up again. If
Did he have an alternate phrase we should use?
I did come up with one which was okay, and that is animal guides. Animal guides. So that's pretty close to it. So it's the same thing. Again, if that upsets them, so that's why I said we can change it. No problem. We insult a lot of people, but if that really is something close to their spirituality and that, no issue.
We are equal opportunity offenders.
Correct.
And Des knows this.
Yes. But in this case, I have no problem doing that. So we're doing top 5 animal guides.
I'm doing spirit animal.
Stop it. Stop it.
I have more Native American in me than Elizabeth Warren.
Send your complaints to Blake at Graphic Novice. Anyways, I'm being serious, though. So there you go.
Me too.
I think he is too.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
All right.
What are you?
Kickapoo. And I did not make that up.
Okay, moving on. So really sorry that Neil Allenlee's quit. But yes, so there you go. So we will do animal guides. That's later on, top 5.
Blake, I don't think Jason believes anything you say.
When did you notice that? He doesn't even know I'm here, so it's okay, Jim. So, anything going on, Jeff? I see you got your hair cut.
I did get my hair cut. It's spring.
Mohawk.
Did. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and the hair was getting way too shaggy and whatnot.
And too many germs in it.
That's
Too many
beards.
germs in the beard.
Beards have too many germs.
Yes. I saw that in the news today.
No, I don't give a shit about that. It's just, just too much. It was too big. I couldn't wear a hat anymore.
Oh, your hair?
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. Jim, how are you?
I am good.
Good. Anything going on?
Beautiful weather out today. I got to hit the golf course for the first time this year.
Is this your league?
The league started today.
Okay, good.
And it appears that he still has a lot of hair on his head, too.
Yes.
Yes, you have not shaved it.
No.
Okay. What would it take for you to shave it to a mohawk?
He can't.
Yeah, it would stop.
There's a bald spot in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Blake, what would it take you to get a mohawk?
I can get a skullet.
Ooh.
Let's call it.
So I was walking downtown the other day, and there was a gentleman that has cornrows, and it was the Jerry Rice cornrows that started back by the ears. And I was like, oh, buddy, you're going bald. Just accept it. Because remember when Jerry Rice played football for Oakland? He had the cornrows, and they literally started back.
Remember when Jerry Rice played football?
Who's this guy?
Millennials, check it up. But yes, so I did see that.
He's
So
only the greatest player to ever play football.
I
Okay, if you're putting Tom Brady ahead of him, I'll allow that. It's the only person I
was
will
thinking
allow.
Cordell Stewart.
Okay, you can leave now.
Achilles Smith?
You can definitely leave now.
Look that up, kids. Anthony Munoz?
Okay, I'll say skill positions. are
Okay.
considered different than
Kevin Mack.
How about Kevin Hardy?
Wish I named a football player.
That's true.
Like Kevin Hardy? Who the hell is that?
He was a safety linebacker. Anyways, moving on. Blake, anything
Moving
going on
on.
with you?
Game of Thrones.
What you got? Go ahead, guys. Go ahead
1
and talk.
hour.
Go ahead.
All right, so Dr. Bednar came to my house and we had
Time out. Couple spoilers for the next
Yeah.
10 minutes or so.
spoilers.
There you go.
If you haven't seen it yet, you're not a Game of Thrones fan.
I saw it.
Well, yeah.
The biggest spoiler we can give is we really can't spoil anything.
Correct. All they did was everybody get together.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Was it like a family gathering?
It was a
Pretty
bunch
much.
of reunions. People hadn't seen each other in several seasons.
Correct.
Terrible shit happened to them, and now they're having reunions.
Brought everybody together.
I heard the guys from Always Sunny in Philadelphia made a cameo.
That is correct. Mac and what's the name? Rob Starr from Freaks and Geeks. And
Martin Starr?
Yeah, Martin Starr.
Martin
Freaks
Starr.
and Geeks and Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Were they just standing around in the background?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
they were part of Euron Greyjoy's crew to get whacked real quick by
Oh,
Theon
were they? Okay,
Yeah.
because I
in the
didn't
rescue
notice that.
in the rescue mission. It's really quick. If you don't catch it, it is. And apparently, I didn't know this. You know, the guy that does some directing on both shows, It's Always Sunny and Game of Thrones. So that's how they got on there.
Let me ask you this, and I'm not being an asshole. I'm being serious. Is Ed Sheeran still on there?
No, he just
No.
had the one cameo.
He just had one. Okay.
But I think Mac was part of the reason he was caught off guard because I think he was drinking his protein shake mix.
Did he have a doll, a sex doll?
No, that's that's not Mac.
Oh, sorry. That's right. My bad.
Max had the doll, didn't he?
Yeah, hold on a second.
did
He
have a
did.
doll,
Hold on
yeah.
a second.
Which was creepy as shit.
It
in that.
was. Wait, yeah, you're right. It was.
That was creepy. So, did you guys like Game of Thrones? Was it a good episode?
I'm just upset it wasn't 1 hour.
Yeah, it ended, and I'm like, oh, that's it?
Everybody gets together. Yay. Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Oh, actually, it was my favorite episode of a season and a half.
Was
Jeff-
last season that bad?
It
Jeff,
wasn't
it was.
that bad, but it wasn't that good.
Okay.
Jeff doesn't like the ultra fast traveling. That's like, I am going to run these 100 miles in a half hour.
A half hour, they ran it in 3 minutes.
Well, hold on. Since we're doing Game of Thrones talk, we do have listener feedback.
Okay, these
As
chocolate
we were
ones
talking,
are not good.
Chocolate Fest.
We were
Yeah.
talking Des Hassan, and he does ask us, will any of the 5 remaining episodes of Game of Thrones be good, or will they all feel like the producers are phoning it in? So if we're gonna talk Game of Thrones, we get Des'
do you think?
question in.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to phone it in. I just don't think they have the capability of writing it cohesively without a map that they had the first 5 seasons of the show.
Like an outline?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I think when
Where's Hackney with this outline? Damn it, Hackney let them down, didn't write
Hackney
an outline
did
for
it.
Game of Thrones?
I just think they were like, okay, we know where we're going, but we don't know how to get there in a reliable,
Expedited fashion.
No, they get there in a too expedited
it's true.
fashion.
Yeah, I
they
guess
they
you're right.
they said, okay, we took forever to get here, and now we're going to slam on the brakes and drive straight ahead, or slam on the gas and drive straight ahead.
George R.R. Martin, The Hobbit, did say that however HBO ends it because he knows how it ends,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, it seems like I could do that in the books. So,
You were that
Oh,
lazy bastard.
God. I'm not going to want to read it.
don't worry, you're not going to. He's not going to finish those.
He's never going to finish it.
His book is going to be just 7 DVDs of the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. There you go. Just watch
It'll
this.
just be the novelization of the last 2 seasons.
Could you get someone else to write it?
They won't even mention Quentin Martell again in the series.
Nope.
But somehow Braun will be back.
Well, Braun wasn't killed.
No, he just was almost like he didn't actually just go like rowing off for 5 seasons.
But he came back.
Yeah, he did.
He's making dragon glass.
I want to make Dragon Glass.
I was a little disappointed. I didn't realize dragon glass was something that you'd be able to melt down and shape.
It's obsidian.
Obsidian.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of more of a mineral that.
I thought it was about to do more shaping. I know the melting down. may
Yeah,
have been
that's
for
what it
what's
looked-
holding the dragon glass.
It looked like
Could
he
be.
was like melting it down and.
Yeah, well, you gotta mount the arrowheads and steel blades and axe heads on something.
That's what she said.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Okay, if any
I'm just guessing.
if any of our listeners are
Obsidian.
Obsidian,
Well, that would be Dez's
Workers.
job. He's the most educated listener we have.
How about Dev? Dev usually.
Dev
can
is
fix it.
he's the correction guy, so we have to make an error first.
okay, the obsidian can be melted down and cast like other metals.
Okay, now he's tasked.
It's easily done. I mean, you only have to get up to around like 620 degrees.
Yeah, and you can do it in 1 hour.
Oh, they did it on Forged in Fire.
Yeah.
They had to make dragon glass blades.
Oh, I missed that episode.
Yes.
Cool.
So
But anyways, the cookies. So when Dr. Bednar came over and he brought the cookies, and the first cookie I brought out, I was looking at the back. I'm like, what is this, Catwoman? And he started laughing. I was like, no, it's not Catwoman. It's the Night King.
oh, the
But if you-
Oreos.
yeah, but if you look at the Night King, I thought it was Catwoman. I'm like, what's she doing in here?
I just want to let you know, I was being nice. I got yelled at by my wife, but
You're never nice.
I was being nice.
Sure, we believe that.
I got Oreo Game of Thrones cookies for you guys because I knew it was your first week.
And I got raspberry custard Jacob cookies.
Jammy Jams.
Jammy Jams to compare to the Oreos. I got British sandwich cookies.
We're comparing the British sandwich cookies to the American sandwich cookies. In the meantime, I'm going to be eating chocolate-covered strawberries in
Pez.
Pez form. So chocolate and strawberry together. Maybe it'll make the chocolate taste better.
Maybe.
Blake, could you,
Yes.
since you're talking Game of Thrones, could you tell us what our Twitter poll of the week is? We're on Bad Ideas podcast. Not Bad Ideas.
I was like, how should Game of Thrones end?
Yeah, what's our options?
Well, I know you came up with these options because obviously somebody who doesn't watch the show, this is what it would come up with. White Walkers kill all, Jon Snow takes the throne, Daenerys takes the throne, or Tony Stark is king.
I didn't vote. I'm just going with what was popular. What's in last? And this was actually a really well voted on thing,
Yeah.
and nobody picked this one.
What I wanted to do was make a Game of Thrones survivor list, but I didn't get around to it.
One of my
I would have
coworkers.
liked to have put into a pool, like a death pool, Game of Thrones death pool.
Didn't you join Scam Jeff's?
last year?
No. Did I?
I think you did.
You did, but
I did.
But we didn't remember who you picked.
I don't know. Who did I pick?
I don't know.
Why does he keep track of this stuff? He's the one
Xerxes.
running it.
I forgot who I picked.
So he repicked.
I repicked.
All right.
I picked Lyanna Mormont.
I really think it's unfair to be able to pick Sam
I
Yeah,
am.
but Jeff started the poll, so he got to pick him.
because Sam's writing the story. Sam's
Oh,
telling
yeah,
the story.
Jeff's definitely going to win. His character isn't going to die. I'm as certain as that as I am of anything that's going to happen is that Sam will survive.
I will survive.
Maybe I should have taken the other the other Sam,
Sam Jr.?
Sam Jr.
Now, they have to appear in this this season at least once.
I think they did. I think
I
Gilly
don't-
was
Gilly-
there with Sam Jr. real quick.
I must have missed that scene then because I don't remember Gilly and Sam.
I thought it was only for a second.
The character I picked did not appear in the first episode.
Who's that?
Podrick Payne?
Oh,
Oh,
pal.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Where's
Brienne
Podrick?
didn't either.
No.
So-
I thought Brienne was...
I didn't see Brienne in this episode at all.
Okay.
Brianna?
Yeah, Brienne
Yeah,
was there.
she was. She was in part of the greeting
She's
party.
she's
Was
she's
standing
in
there
Winterfell.
waiting for
she's in
him.
Winterfell.
I knew she
they
was
all
in
came
Winterfell.
in.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
she was
her.
there.
Oh,
Yeah,
she had no lines.
No.
no.
Well, Podrick Payne was too busy banging whores with his huge cock.
Probably.
Anyway, so
They
what
weren't
came in
charging.
last?
They weren't charging him either. They do that for fun.
Oh. What came
True
in last?
story.
Last place was nobody believes Daenerys is going to take the throne.
Okay. What's in third?
Third, we, as Jon Snow finally learned his parents' lineage that everybody knew, he finally knows now at 9%. So nobody thinks Jon Snow is going to, or should we say Aegon Targaryen,
Take the throne.
take the throne.
And what wins?
And then we had a close 1-2 between the White Walkers and Tony Stark, Iron Man, and winning barely by 1 percentage point, 46-45, was Iron Man. It's going to win.
Spoilers.
Yep.
I think that would be a good, clever twist. Does
think it'd be
Disney
awesome,
own
too.
HBO?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're safe. You're safe.
Not yet, anyways.
No, it's coming. Don't
Not
worry.
until next week, yeah.
Yeah. So, as in honor of it, I now have Oreo Game of Thrones.
I've ate 38 Oreo cookies in between yesterday and today. I don't want to eat anymore.
And we're going live here.
No.
Yeah, we are.
I will say,
Well,
if anyone
when you
is
do
curious,
pull a cookie out that's the Night King, tell me if that's not Catwoman.
Okay, here we go.
if anyone's curious, chocolate and strawberry Pez, when eaten together, I think they cancel each other out because it was fairly tasteless. So the strawberry at least made the chocolate more edible,
I think the chocolate.
but the chocolate also then brought the strawberry down.
The first taste of the chocolate is bad, but then it mellows out and it's okay.
I got a
It
tree.
smells really good, though.
You got an Ent?
I think so.
No, there's no tree.
Jim, there's your dragon.
That's got to be the Targaryen symbol. There's no
Nope.
tree.
I don't know what that is.
That's Catwoman.
What is that?
See? Thank you.
That's a dragon.
Oh wait, you got to turn them upside down. Oh wait, well see, that's Catwoman. That's the Night King.
Yes.
What you got, Jim?
A dragon.
Has 3 heads.
That's what I got as a dragon, too, I think.
The only easy... See, isn't it Catwoman? Look.
I got
See,
a big dragon.
the
I got
only-
a 3-headed thing.
Yeah, the only easy one to identify out of those Oreos is the Stark Wolf. That's it.
The dragon was tough to identify.
Yeah, at first, because I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, was that a tree in the wind? What's going on?
Jim, could you show out your Jammy Jams there? Let's see. We got this coming up later, too. It's a very nutritious dinner tonight for
As you
us.
can hear me chewing, the Oreos, Game
Yeah.
of Thrones Oreos, taste like Oreos.
Are they better than the most stuff?
Yes,
Okay, that's
because
good.
most stuff have too much filling.
Okay,
100% Oreo.
okay.
There's a piece of cookie on your floor somewhere. It broke.
That's fine. That's okay. That's okay.
The ants will get it.
You know what? If I thought about this ahead of time, I would have filled up my Dolly Parton cup with milk and then dipped it.
Oh.
Then I would have want milk too.
I know. I know.
You know, if you had a dog, that dog could find that Oreo piece down on your floor.
We do have a dog.
No, you don't.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways,
How come I've never seen this dog?
after this, we're having chocolate-covered silkworms. So just letting you guys know that. See? Right there.
I'm ready to try the British cookie.
You want to try the British cookie with it? Would you like an Oreo on top of the British cookie?
Maybe I'll try that next, but I'll try this plain.
What's
Here's your next Game of Thrones cookie. It
Ooh.
is a 3-headed dragon. What is a 3-headed dragon?
Targaryen. That's
It's the Targaryen symbol.
Okay, here you go.
correct.
Is there really a 3-headed dragon?
No,
No,
it's
not
three
in
dragons.
Not in HB.
yeah.
In HB. Okay.
It's just a symbol. All right. Oh, this cookie reminds me of the crappy ones Mom used to buy. I haven't eaten it yet. Just looking at it.
Where
Well,
did you
it is-
get this at? Your local store or like a
Jungle
specialty-
Gyms.
Jungle Gyms.
Oh, okay.
Well, being the fact that it's British, it's probably very bland. Probably
like their personality. I'm kidding. We're on nerdly.co.uk. Follow us there.
Does it taste like bangers and mash?
It's very bland. There's really no flavor, and it's chewy.
Well, see, Chris Richardson from 365 sent some over, and those were a lot more jelly-like.
Yeah, there's no jelly in these.
And
But
that's not good.
They're like whatever is the bottom of each piece of the cookie part is like coated or something where it
Well,
it's chewy.
they had to cut back from Brexit.
They couldn't get enough supplies.
They couldn't get enough of the sugar in from.
Is this really made in
Europe,
Britain,
the
or
EU.
is this made in America, Jim? These cookies. Are
I
they
got
made?
them from the British section at the.
Well, that doesn't mean
gym.
anything.
Those are very bland and very dry. I need water now.
imported from Canada?
Hey, what's that all about? What's that all about? Pam is saying, "Damn British cookies." That is true, Sister Pam.
I wonder if they came in illegally through the southern border of Mexico.
If only we had a wall to keep out the Brits. Damn it!
No,
Keep
not
out the cookies.
Keep out the shitty cookies.
They're from Ballymont, Dublin.
Ah, good day,
Dublin.
mate.
Oh, it's Irish cookies.
Oh, they're made of potatoes? I think they're made of potatoes.
They might be.
It tastes like Potatoes or Guinness? One or the other.
They certainly do not use sugar.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that one.
Oh, I think it reminded me. I saw something where I don't know if like Britain at some point in the last couple of years put through like a new sugar tax or something. So like the price of all their soda pop went up, and they had like a thing. And the stores were trying to deflect the fact that we're not raising the price; it's the tax. So they had a sign saying like the stuff on display,
Yes.
and
The British are like
a sign saying these are the price of these went up because of the sugar tax.
Yes.
And part of the display was the sugar-free Coke.
Correct.
And they're like, there's no sugar in this. Why is this also raised?
So the British don't like being taxed.
I could throw all the sugar-free Coke into the Thames.
Oh, that would be great. Pour the Coke out into the
If
Thames.
only they could have a revolution of some sort. I don't know
If
how.
only they were
Well,
represented somehow.
they are trying to leave the European Union. So.
That doesn't count.
They
Will
did.
they all line up again? I don't know why we're losing the war, because I can see you. Let me shoot you. There you go. Thanks.
That's a gentleman way to have a war. You don't hide behind trees and shoot people.
Have you met me? I'm hiding. I'm kicking in the groin. I'm doing everything.
Only because you learned to do that. They didn't learn that back in the 1700s. They were, well, one, their bullets didn't really kill that much back then either.
I'm being told that my camera work is horrible.
No,
so-
disease,
camera work
your
is horrible.
camera work
disease
is
killed
horrible.
more people than the bullets did.
Yes. I don't like this that I'm still sitting here on camera for this long here.
There you go. There you go, Jim. Good job.
But I'm eating the 3-headed dragon cookie now. I
Ooh.
wonder if it tastes different than the Catwoman cookie.
Show the
The
cookie.
Oreo.
Show the cookie. I will say, this cookie, the British cookies, are really, really nasty, like dry.
They're dry and no flavor.
They taste like potatoes. They taste like
I
potatoes.
told you they could have been made with potatoes.
I think so. So, welcome to Cookie Talk on Hobie. We
Jammy,
appreciate that.
raspberry, and custard potatoes.
And there was no
No wonder so
raspberry
many
in
people
there
died
at
in
all.
Ireland.
Did you taste any raspberry?
I did not.
I did taste a little bit of the raspberry. I think that's the really chewy part.
It looks like peanut butter.
That might have been the chewy part because I didn't get the chewy part on the second bite.
Yeah, the chewy part's the raspberry.
No, that looks nasty. Look at that.
Well, eat it.
I did eat it.
Eat
No,
it all.
you have to eat the whole thing. Because apparently the chewy part is only on one specific area.
That's chewy.
That's the raspberry.
It doesn't taste like raspberry.
That is not good.
I got the hint of berry on it a little bit.
I did not.
Oh, got a taste of. Oh,
Here,
God.
eat some of the donut Tic Tacs.
No.
Those were
I feel like we've
terrible.
just become a food show today.
Why not?
There we go. So,
If we only had sweaty balls.
See, Blake, I'm not giving you an Oreo. You get to eat one of these.
You got to try one.
come on, Blake.
Come
do
on,
it.
there's no sugar in it. It won't be against your metabolism.
Too late for that.
You know
I
what?
destroyed all the Oreos I ate.
Despite what my wife says,
Past
this
two
is
days.
probably well worth the price for those Oreo cookies.
It is.
I think
You
so.
can't go wrong with an Oreo cookie.
No,
They didn't charge more for Game of Thrones, did they?
I don't know. I just threw it in the cart. And then I got home, I got yelled at.
I mean, I personally, honestly think they went to too much trouble to make, molds to make these cookies. Then
They're
what they're
limited
really worth.
selection. And if I see any Oreos that are limited, I have to buy them. I don't know why, I just do. For the show.
Well, see, but that makes sense. Though.
You're
If
weak-minded.
You buy them because they're
I am
limited,
weak.
but you're not supposed to open the pack. You're supposed to use them as collectibles. So 80 years from now, they're worth something.
Well, I guess I'm going to the store and buying some more cookies.
This artificial raspberry center that's chewy in the middle of this cookie, it doesn't go with the texture of this whole.
No.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about.
Biscuit.
You got
if
one
I'm
chewy little thing
referring
with a
to things.
dry,
Yeah, that's-
crumbly cookie.
No, it's just not right.
The judges from the Great British Bake Off would be pissed off getting one of these cookies.
Sister Pam is asking if it's sacrilegious for a non Game of Thrones person to be handling those cookies.
It might be.
I bought the cookies. That's how much I love Game
Well,
of
then
Thrones.
again, if you pay money for it, you are allowed to handle whatever you want. I
That's how
learned
Jerry
that.
Springer got in trouble.
I learned that from Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft. Oh,
charges
boo,
Just
boo.
because they were dropped doesn't mean he didn't pay someone to get a handy.
to get a
charges were
handy.
dropped.
But he admitted he did something that was embarrassing to the organization and himself and NFL.
And
so,
his late wife's memory, too.
yeah,
He
So
threw that in
he
there.
didn't deny that it happened.
He's trying to stop the
whether
video.
whether you should have been charged or whether what he did should even be illegal are two different things.
Oh no, it should be illegal, but you have to get the evidence through legal means.
Well, yeah,
But, I'm kind of disappointed in him because
but paying someone for a handy shouldn't, in and of itself, be illegal.
Yeah, and the fact that he's a multimillionaire and he's going to a strip mall mani-pedi place for this.
Well, that's where Donald Trump told him to go.
If I learned anything
Down the
about,
hall.
Or
if
was
I
it
learned
Putin?
anything about abducted in plain sight, any of your male friends will give you a handy in the car. So don't worry about it. Just ask.
Putin said that's where he traded his Patriot Super Bowl ring he stole from.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Well, see-
go find it.
You got to blame that was Kraft who gave him the ring.
Yeah.
You got to blame Kraft for that because he
Kraft said Putin held on to it
he took
and
it,
stole it. Yeah, he took it.
He didn't steal it. He was given to. It was given to him. Apparently, you have to know the customs of the countries you're going to and dealing with.
Yeah.
If you hand someone something, it's a gift.
Especially a Russian dictator.
Yes.
He's lucky you got his hand back.
He's like, why the hell would I want to see this if I don't get to keep it?
That's right.
The only reason you're showing it to me is because it's a gift.
Correct.
Real quick here. Two things here. Reasons are several. They reviewed us on iTunes.
Oh, excellent.
Who?
Reasons are several. Great podcast.
Did they give only one reason?
No,
That
they
would
gave
be
us a
awesome.
5 stars. They're like, we're like crack on pop culture, and they said that's a good thing. He's like, that's a good thing because if you don't like the subject, we just go to the next thing. But he liked it. So here's a contest. If we get 5 more reviews on it, starting from reasons or several, so 5 more after his, we will be giving away. We will be drawing a name at random. We've done this before, and you will win a Hobie prize package.
Ooh.
So go to iTunes, go to History of Bad Ideas, give us a good review, at least 3 to 5. 3 to 5 stars.
We have to get a good review?
Yeah.
I think
No.
you just have to give a review.
Okay, give it a review. Please be nice. And then in the next, you will get thrown into the contest.
Speaking of pop culture on crack,
Yes, you're right there.
No.
I can't
Eating
wait.
some water.
I can't wait till somebody gets the prize pack and there's a half-open container of Jacob's cookies.
Jammy Jam.
And some chocolate Pez.
Half eaten.
I just realized something here.
Yeah.
All right, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's had their induction this year. And finally, The Cure, Robert Smith, and like many variations of The Cure members made it.
Yes.
Finally. And I realize I'm looking at this Joker mini figurine that you have here. Mm-hmm. And he looks like Robert Smith from The Cure.
Maybe it is.
Can you verify that for me?
Jim?
That's Robert Smith.
He does look like the guy from South Park,
Ah, okay. Robert Smith.
who was
That
a
was-
hero. He actually saved South Park from Mecha Streisand.
I believe it. Did you see that?
It looks like the Joker to me. I'm sorry. The hair just is not Robert Smith's hair.
No, but everything else is Robert Smith.
Well, yeah, he's pale with red lips.
And
I
black
still say-
eyeliner.
The best thing Robert Smith ever did was that episode of South Park.
I still say one of my favorite scenes ever in South Park is how do you kill a 40-foot tall Abraham Lincoln? 40-foot tall John
Ken
Wilkes
Wilkes
Booth. And he just walks up to him and shoots him. Okay, real quick. Did anyone want to watch the Star Wars 9 trailer?
Yes.
Trailer, I think I'd
Oh, I
more
think
call
you
it
said Star
a
Trek.
No.
I think I'd more call it a teaser.
Yeah,
It's a
teaser.
teaser.
Sorry, teaser trailer.
Because it really tells us nothing.
Oh, no. But Rey is a badass. I love Rey.
It told us the title.
Yeah, you get the title and that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, and they use Palpatine's laugh, and he's not in it. He doesn't come back to life.
I don't know. They're all just fucking with you.
Well, because the actor came out and said, no, he's dead.
They're making a clone, and it's a younger version. That's what they did in the books. That's what it was. They have a clone. But again,
Your
people are
mom has a clone.
What does that mean? Well, I just like everybody, as soon as the trailer came out, the Reddit was like, This is what it all means. Here's some Easter eggs. No, stop it. You have no idea what it means. Nobody knows. Stop. I enjoyed it for what it is. I will say The Mandalorian, if you went online and somehow found the secret trailer that was not supposed to be out there, but somebody filmed it on phone, The Mandalorian looks really good on Disney+. That is old school Star Wars, and it looks damn good. Basically, it's 5 years after Return of the Jedi, and the planet that the Mandalorian is on is still under Empire control because just because the Empire got blown up doesn't mean that all the planets took over in
Yes, it
freedom.
does.
They basically had to wait till the rebels come out there and help them. So this is one of the planets farther away that is still under Empire rule by, basically a warlord. And so it looks damn good. IG-88 is in it. He doesn't talk, but his action scene was pretty damn awesome. And it looks very old school, and I like that. And Jon Favreau's in charge of it. So I think it looks damn good. It's on Disney Plus. All episodes will be released when it comes out. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about streaming is just dumping an entire season at once.
Yeah, I can see the positives and negatives of it.
I can watch it in a day.
With
Yeah,
something like The
and to me,
Mandalorian, I really want to.
No, to me that's a negative though. I mean, you want to be able to talk about it for a week and then watch the next one and talk about it for a week. One person watches it at one time and then somebody waits 2 weeks to watch it and then you lost that opportunity to discuss it. I mean, come on, we do a weekly podcast where we discuss what's going on in pop culture. If we're all over watching it at different paces or something, then we won't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, I can just spoil it for everybody because I watch it in one sitting.
Spoilers. Yeah, I like I said, Disney Plus already has me because of everything that it offers, especially with me having young kids. And for $70 for the year, I'll take it. I know it will probably go up. I get it, but at this point, I like it.
The price is right. I mean,
Yeah. And The Mandalorian looks really damn good. So I'm excited about that. Star Wars 9, I'll go see it. It looks great. But The Mandalorian, I'm really excited for.
Of course, you're going to go see
Star Wars. You know what? It's like sex. Even
Everybody's
bad
going
sex
to go
is
see
good.
Star Wars Episode 9.
What's that?
I said everybody's going to go see it.
Yeah.
Because it's number 9. It's the last one.
Avengers Endgame is tallying for, speak of everybody going to see it, Avengers Endgame is at $260 million. Is what
sold
they're-
already.
No, that's what they're polling
They're
at.
estimating.
Oh.
They're-
So Doug, number one fan, asked, do you take the over or under opening weekend?
Opening weekend of.
260.
I'll take the over.
over.
You think? That's impressive. If it can
I
get
mean,
that.
It's Thursday through Sunday.
Sunday,
Thursday,
yeah.
the Thursday night.
I'm going to take under. I think it still hits about 230. I think 230. Blake, what do you think?
I'll go over just to argue with you.
I think Blake O'Dell.
Do you plan on seeing an opening weekend, Blake?
I'm still trying to see Shazam.
I am too.
I haven't seen it yet.
I wanted to take my son. We just keep losing out on it on time.
Why is that? Because you don't make time for it.
I know.
Yeah, you don't make time
Baseball.
for your son. Way to go.
Too busy cutting your grass.
I did cut my grass. I did.
Recording
I did.
podcasts.
Yeah, I know. So
And if anyone's curious, the orange and cola together are pretty good. Mm-hmm. Orange
Yes.
and chocolate together, terrible. Chocolate and cola is okay.
I like the Cola Pez.
The orange
Oh, I
and
like the
cola.
cola.
So you're saying Coca-Cola has something going on with that?
I
orange
haven't
vanilla.
tried the orange vanilla Coke yet, but based on the Pez, orange and cola together weren't bad. We don't have vanilla to try all three together, but the orange cola was
Well,
okay.
Looks like Jason has to pick up some orange vanilla Coke for next week.
Okay, tell that to my wife. She was really happy when I got like 5 or 6 Funko Pops for prizes for the expo in the mail.
We
I
don't
said
have-
they were $2 a piece.
we don't have to tell it to your wife. You do the grocery shopping. You pick it up.
That's true. I can hide that. Go downstairs, kid. Blake, let's do some listener feedback.
That sounds time for the bomb listener feedback. Sponsored this week by socialists who are in the 1%.
Bernie?
What? Socialists that have $3 million mansions.
Elizabeth Warren?
Is that 3 $1 million mansions or 1 $3 million mansion?
Who cares? You know, he's got plenty of
Down the hall.
useful idiots.
Did you see that Pelosi came out and said socialism isn't American?
No, compassion is though.
Yeah.
I think people confuse socialism and compassion sometimes. But anyway, hey,
Down
what
the
am I doing?
hall.
Jesus Christ!
hell are we doing?
Oh my gosh! So, anyways, we start off listener feedback from Doug,
Number one fan.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
formerly known as.
7.
8 fans.
He said, in honor of National Nougat Day, thank goodness he left me to read this and not Jason, so I could pronounce nougat
Nougat.
correctly.
Noonan.
What is your favorite candy bar with nougat?
Snickers.
Of course, that's what I wrote. Snickers.
Snickers.
I mean, is there any other? I mean, don't say Milky Way.
Three Musketeers.
Okay.
Baby Ruth.
Oh, wait a minute. That's like
Here we go. We got some.
Milky Way.
Here we go.
It doesn't have the caramel.
That's lots. It has more nougat.
It's all nougat with a chocolate cover.
We got Baby Ruth, Three Musketeers, Charleston Chew, Zero Bar.
Charleston Chew, does it have nougat?
That's what it says.
Isn't the whole thing nougat?
I thought
Salted
Charleston
nut,
Chew was like
salted nut roll.
It's a chewy nougat.
chewy marshmallow.
And salted nut roll. You don't see those except at the rest stop vending
I've
machines,
never even
right?
heard of salted nut roll.
The only time I've ever seen them is rest
that sounds
stops.
like a payday to me.
Pornhub.
I gave her a salted nut roll.
Goo Goo Clusters and Galaxy Honeycomb Crisp. I have no idea what any. And a big hunk.
I mean a chunk.
No, it says hunk.
Hunk?
Big
Is that
hunk.
that big hunk? Is that that big pyramid-shaped
Are you
chocolate?
reading a
that's
British
chunky.
No.
list?
Isn't it chunky?
Candy bars with nougat.
Yeah. Is that British candy bars with nougat? 'Cause
No. Three Musketeers and Milky Way.
Charleston Chew
I
has
mean,
nougat.
Snickers.
I thought
They
it
sell
was
those.
chewy marshmallow.
If you go to Amazon, you can get jelly nougats, bulk savings, $5.99. Actually, on nuts.com.
What exactly is nougat? What's the definition of nougat?
It's fluffy goodness.
So Charleston Chew.
Ugh.
No, that's marshmallow. Are you serious?
Almond
That's what
nougat bulk savings, $11.99 at nuts.com.
So you didn't look up the definition of nougat
No.
yet?
I
Okay.
am.
1 pound bag, $11.99.
Of nougat?
Nougat almonds. They're called Amandi's almonds. $197 for a 22-pound case. If anybody would like to send us a 22-pound case from nuts.com of nougat, you will win a floppy. And at the expo, Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 23rd through 22nd, you can come behind the booth and sit with us for an hour.
You have to come in person and claim the prize.
Well, yes, that's true.
Or pose as me
There you go.
and collect the prize.
If you buy $200 worth, you get 3 free treats.
But for your dog?
Okay.
And you get 5% off your future orders.
There you go. It's a dog food site.
Every future order?
Yeah.
I don't know. 1 pound bag, though, $11.99. Just saying. Nuts.com. This episode is sponsored by Nuts.com.
Cha-ching.
Nougat is a candy made from sugar or honey, nuts, and egg white. There you go.
Does it include Charleston Chew?
I don't know.
The
Nougat
soft
is-
variety is made from ground almonds so that the almonds make a paste that is mixed with the honey, sugar, and egg whites to make a very creamy form of nougat.
Nougat is a family of confections made with sugar, honey, roasted nuts, whipped egg whites, and sometimes chopped candied fruit. The consistency of nougat is chewy, and it is used in a variety of candy bars and chocolates. The word nougat comes from the Occitan pan nougat, seemingly from Latin panis nucatus, or nut bread.
Nut bread. Nougat means nut bread.
So that almost looks like a picture of like Mazepin or whatever that stuff was.
You know what? This
Big
really
hunk.
is a very food-centric episode.
Zero bar. Oh, I forgot about zero bars.
I said that.
Payday, Topic,
I didn't-
Sky
He wasn't
Bar,
listening to you.
Oh, I listened.
Moro, Picnic, 5-Star Flight, Galaxy Honeycomb, Salted
Reese's
Nut Roll,
Fast Break.
Yankee Bar.
Cadbury.
Ugh. Cadbury
Block?
eggs. Cadbury eggs.
Was there?
Ugh.
Was there Charleston
Cadbury's the name
Chew
of
in
the
there?
company. The cream egg is what you were blocked.
My bad. Sorry. Still nasty. Still nasty.
And they're not nasty. They're pretty good. And I like
What else you got, Blake? What else?
Well,
you got?
anyways, we've heard an awful lot from Des Hassing.
Uh-huh.
He must be on spring break.
Let's wait till next week for this question. Let's go to Hunter.
Okay.
Well, we've heard enough from Des, so we're not going to the... We're equal opportunity here.
Yeah, I don't read Hunter.
Oh, Hunter McAllister is here. I do declare. What job did Magic Johnson do the worst at? Laker coach, Laker team president, or talk show host? I'm going now back to my lobby.
How about Dodger owner?
Oh, he was. Is he still?
He might still be.
He still is because he had to sell his stake in the Dayton Dragons.
Oh, okay. Which one is the worst, Jeff?
I'd go role model.
Okay.
I was going to make a horrible joke in relation to his health condition.
Stop it. Stop it.
I was kind of hinting at that.
Jeff, what's of these three? Which one's worse?
I don't care.
I'm going with
It's
talk show host.
Magic Johnson.
He was a pretty bad talk show host.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
Come on, Jeff.
coaching and owning a basketball team in the NBA, which I could care less about.
Come on, Jeff. Do
He
the
wasn't
impression.
actually coaching right now. He was the president of basketball operations.
Whatever he was doing.
And he did a horrible job in that.
Jeff, do the impression from the talk show, please.
Oh, Craig! Now she won't come on our show.
Thank you. It makes me laugh every time you do that. Look it up, kids. Magic Johnson had a talk show,
The Magic Hour.
and it was not good. Sheena E, though, was on it.
Sheila E.
Sheila E, sorry. She was the band director.
Yes, with her little drum.
She was.
After opening for Prince, where do you go?
Magic Johnson
Magic
Hour.
Johnson Hour.
The Magic Hour.
Although I think she left the show even before it was
She did.
canceled.
She did. We talked about the Magic Hour about 6 months ago, and it ended
4
up
years ago.
maybe. And I actually started watching some of those episodes online. Wow, those are horrible. And it is funny. You had the stand-up comedian Craig, and then he was gone.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, wow, that didn't last.
Yeah, I found out. I think it was it. I think that's where Arsenio Hall first got his late night start, was on the Magic Hour.
Oh.
I think he was a later replacement to Craig, whatever his name was, who I don't remember. But apparently, Arsenio was kind of a sidekick who did things or whatnot, did spots or something, and then
Speaking of Arsenio.
when that got canceled, Arsenio did his own show.
Dog pound. Speaking of Arsenio, Coming to America 2 started production.
Yeah, both Eddie and Arsenio are back.
Yep. So,
Is Eric LaSalle coming back?
I don't know. It would be awesome. So close.
Okay, in back to the cookie news, there is some of this jam here,
Yeah, I see it now.
and it is really, really chewy.
Yes.
Yes. Side note, Pez sours, really damn good.
Sour Pez, I love them.
Go ahead, Blake. What else we got?
Sours
Blake
are-
still has a tower of Pez. I've got one thing left.
I had like 10 Oreos. Hey, give me back my pet.
Oh, yeah, you
Hey,
can
have
no,
that.
take
That's
the chocolate one. You
take
get the chocolate.
No, no. It's like, I had half a pack of Oreos.
Jim.
Game of Thrones.
What else we got?
Meow God. Meow God. He will take us to a higher plane. From Meow God. Just watch Hellboy. Feels more like a Netflix movie, as art direction was kind of meh, though. I think the previous Hellboy looked better. Story a bit chunky nougat, too.
He didn't say nougat.
Jim,
That was
did
our
you see
first
Hellboy?
listener
Not
review
yet.
from Meow
Okay.
God.
I hope to get to it sometime.
He'll
this
be back in a
weekend.
second.
You know, the only reason I have any interest in seeing it is because David Harbour is in it.
I know, and now I really want to see just see how bad it is.
The other reviews I've seen, people said really it's just different. And if you follow the comic storyline, it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
But it's different than the than the other movies, and it has like it's not as visually.
Is David Hyde
Impactful.
Pierce in it?
I don't know.
He played Abe Sapien.
He voiced Abe
Yeah.
Sapien.
Yeah.
Doug Jones played Abe
That's true.
Sapien.
That is true. What else we got? We got another listener review
From Doug. I just watched Skyscraper. That's him speaking, not me.
with Rock. Rock.
To quote Beavis and Butthead, this sucks even more than anything has sucked before.
But Nev Campbell.
She's still relevant?
She is now. Well, she came back. Yeah, it looked bad. Skyscraper. I have no desire to see that film. Thanks, Doug, for taking the bullet on that one, though.
Yeah, I never would have watched that one.
Thanks, Doug.
Unfortunately, after that, you know what we need? Meow God. Meow God. Because I can foresee what you will do for your next podcast. Let's Hellboy it and answer this. Which level of the ninth hell would you like to reside?
The less painful one.
I'm with Jeff on that one.
I don't know the 9 levels. I should probably. Jim, look that up.
I'll take heaven.
That's not a level of hell.
Dante's Inferno.
You're being a lower level with the people accused of treason and like with Judas.
But Judas did exactly what he was supposed to do. He gets a bad rap.
If it wasn't for Judas, we would not have a holiday on Sunday.
Exactly. Judas did what Jesus wanted him to do. He was the best of all the disciples. Because none of the other disciples had the stones to do what he did.
Circle 1, Limbo.
I'll take Limbo.
You have to
do a
get
lot of
under the
dancing.
limbo. Unfortunately, the Beach Boys are on constant loop.
Oh, no.
Jamaica, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take ya.
No, even worse. Jason sings the Beach
Jason.
Boys is on a constant
It's
loop.
not, Judas isn't at the center of the deepest ninth levels of hell. It's actually Jason karaoke night.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take ya.
Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo?
Indiana.
We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where I wanna go. Way down to Kokomo.
From Pam Morris, can you get a dog training collar and every time Jason tried to sing, just zap him?
Yes.
We will. I'm pretty sure that's against the law in this state.
We're not allowed to zap humans with dog collars.
Yes.
Why not?
What if you're a submissive?
Circle 2 is Lust. The souls here are punished by being blown about violently by strong winds,
Blown.
That was last
preventing them
weekend.
to find peace and rest.
That was last weekend.
Circle 3 is Gluttony. Sinners lie rotting away
That's
in
every night.
never-ending icy rain, overlooked by a worm monster, Cerebrus.
Cerebus.
Whatever.
Cerberus.
Circle 4, Greed. The inhabitants drag around heavy weights and boulders with their chest all the time. Circle 5 is Anger. That's probably where I'll be. The wrathful fight each other on the surface of the river Styx. Oh, by Styx playing the music.
And that's you're also surrounded by Star Wars fans, fanboys who hated The Last Jedi.
Stop it. Circle 6, Hershey. Oh, I'm sorry, Heresy.
Hershey.
The heretics, you have to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm going with that. That's better.
And just eat lots of chocolate.
Yes.
And you're constantly on the
Don't make
chocolate
me run.
roller coaster.
I'm full of chocolate.
What's the circle of hell? Hershey, Pennsylvania.
So what is heresies really?
The heretics were souls who did not agree to the Christian doctrine. They are lying in burning tombs.
The chocolate love tunnel.
Let's see. Circle 7 is violence. It's divided into 3 rings. Outer rings are murderers sinking into boiling blood. The murder are the suicides who turned into bleeding trees. The inner ring are blasphemous and sodomites who reside in a desert of burning sand and are scorched by burning rain falling from above. That's a little overkill.
Don't be a sodomite.
Fraud is circle 8.
Does that mean don't be someone from the city of Sodom?
Exactly.
Okay.
Circle 8 is fraud. This circle of hell is divided into 10 Bulgarias, or stony ditches with bridges above them. Each baloney has a different kind of fraud and punishment, such as whipped by demons, steeped in excrement, etc.
Ooh.
And that was, who was in that one?
Fraud. That's
Fraud.
8. Circle 9.
Ooh, Fraud. I know a lot of people going to
Circle
that one.
9, you have to live in Pittsburgh and listen to and try to go out on a date with Big Ben Roethlisberger. That's Circle 9.
No,
Wait,
survive
so-
a date with Big
Oh,
Ben
my
Roethlisberger.
bad, my bad.
So is Lori Laughlin going to one of those 8 stages?
She's going to fraud, yeah. Circle 9 is treachery. The betrayers are struck frozen in a lake of ice, which compared to the other ones doesn't sound as
Yeah,
bad.
that frozen. Oh, yeah,
Sounds
okay.
pretty cool.
The lake consists of 4 rings, with the last level resided by Lucifer, Brutus, Cassius, and Judas. Well, at least
So-
you have a poker game.
Yeah.
Cassius Clay?
Yes, Cassius Clay is there.
So what did it say? Did it say
Where's Muhammad Ali
specifically
in that?
about limbo? What happens when you're in limbo?
Limbo is resided by virtuous non-Christians and unbaptized pagans.
And it's
That's
just,
it.
you're just there?
Yeah. Well, I guess limbo it is.
Yeah, if I'm going to one of the 9 hells, I'll go to limbo.
Yep. There you go.
I probably don't get to decide which one I go to, though. So I'd probably go to gluttony. Because I just ate all my Pez and a couple of cookies.
You're going to be getting never-ending icy rain,
Yes.
and a warm monster is going to look over you.
I like the worm monster. That sounds kind of cool.
You know, the whole icy rain and war monster. That was our weather here in Cincinnati last week.
It was. So, Jeff, you're good. You're fine.
Can we go back to that fraud with that Lori Laughlin and her
Yeah.
husband? That they are so fucking clueless that they honestly believe they're completely innocent of all the charges because they don't think what they did is wrong or illegal.
And you know what? They're laughing when they're going to the courtroom. Let me tell you this. Judges don't like that.
They're going to get it shoved up their ass.
Yes. Felicity Huffman did the smart thing. She pleaded guilty. It was my bad.
Yeah, and
I'm
she-
sorry.
She owned up to
She
it,
mea culpa'd,
Yeah.
and it was only and okay, they only paid $15,000.
not 500,000.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Lori Laughlin's punishment supposedly is making 87 Hallmark movies. So
No, Hallmark stumped her.
I know.
I'm about to say, unfortunately, that's not her punishment because that's what she was doing
I know.
before she committed the crime.
What else we got, Blake?
Brad at Cinema Persons said, what was more impressive, the photographs of the real black hole or the Disney film, The Black Hole?
There's nothing impressive about the Disney film, The Black Hole.
That little robot, he was cool.
No.
The little floaty one.
I
he
love
was great.
I love the Disney Black Hole.
Oh, that was. Have you seen it
And was it
recently?
Maximilian one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's cheap, but what do you expect?
I thought it was great for the time.
For the time, it was. I mean, for the
Well,
time, you're like,
when-
it's awesome.
Well, wasn't the new picture of the black hole? Didn't they, when you zoom in on it, you see the little ship from the '70s black hole movie?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe that was just a meme that was put out.
See, I thought
You
I
actually
was.
see Matt LeBlanc from Lost in Space. Hey, I'm still out here.
I thought I was original when I said, "Oh, that looks like the Eye of Sauron," and then a billion other people said the same joke,
Well-
and I was like, "Well, maybe."
Yeah, it's because that's exactly what it looks like.
It's like, watch that, and they celebrated the the 29-year-old female scientist that had to do with it. Wouldn't it be funny if she just copied a still from Lord of the Rings and then blurred it, and then took away the tower?
I like that.
It's the greatest hoax ever.
It would be cheaper.
Especially since you got like 8 other telescopes to do this. They all had to do this at the same time.
Yeah.
And if she was able to get them to see the Eye of Sauron, a blurred Eye of Sauron.
That was awesome. Next, we got Kevin at Cincy Explorer. Worsley Award nominee, a Florida man. Now, when you start with a Florida man, you know it can only go downhill from there. And then when it's with Kevin, it just goes a step lower into one of the depths of hell. Actually, I think this is one of the steps. It's an 8.5. A Florida man that's all surrounded by Florida men hospitalized after sticking their private parts into a beehive. Please discuss.
I'd rather not discuss.
I don't think he's going to win the Worsley Award because he
He
lived.
survived. If you have a news article local to you, send it over to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or Facebook, History of Bad Ideas, and let us know because we have a Worsley Award at the end of the year for dumbest death, dumbest person that died.
Most preventable.
Yes, that's a good one. In honor of the Worsley who didn't wear a jacket across Antarctica. How do you not wear a jacket?
It was sunny that day.
It was a
Yeah,
high,
he did do it in summer.
It's a high of minus 17. My
you
bad.
know what? He didn't have the.
It was a dry heat.
He didn't have the AccuWeather app, which I find is far superior to like Yahoo and Apple.
Well, that's not saying much. Anyways.
We have one more question, don't we?
Professor number one and Dr. number one, is it true that you record in a sanctuary studio? How many illegals do you have there?
18,462.
Why did Jason have to cut his own grass then?
Be- because that's outside the studio.
He's a compassionate man.
News of the Geek, let's go!
I hear he's got a new roof.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
I didn't realize you were going to start that, even though I know I should have. And I took a bite of the chocolate Pez, and now I can't stop. I'm just sucking on them in my mouth.
Okay, you didn't need to tell us that because I was going to start the news of the geek by just announcing the best news of the day.
Okay.
That the Columbus Blue Jackets have just clinched their first ever playoff series victory. Swept the number one seed in the NHL.
You mean the best team in hockey in a hockey season never to win a playoff game?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, the Lightning tied the record for most wins in a season. Most wins or points?
Points.
Most points in a season, and got swept by the 8th seed Blue Jackets, who had to fight and pull out 10 of their last 11 games to...
Even if they get swept next round, it doesn't matter. They made history.
Oh, they're winning it all now. They're a team of destiny.
The only,
Just like UMBC.
The only thing I need now is the Golden State Warriors to go down.
Oh, I think you'll be fine.
I think the Lakers might beat them.
The one thing I know about the NBA this year is the Lakers didn't make the playoffs.
What? They had LeBron.
I know.
And Magic was their president of operations.
I know.
Let's get right to it. Some great news of the geek. Per the Evening Standard, Peppa Pig,
Oh, God.
an innocent cartoon about a little pig and her animal friends.
Innocent. Isn't Peppa Pig one of the most annoying cartoon characters ever made?
Have you seen Caillou?
Good point.
Yeah. Has sparked a surprising amount of controversy around the world. The show was banned in China for promoting so-called gangster attitudes, while one episode was pulled out of Australia for teaching kids not to be afraid of spiders. Now,
Well, in Australia, you have to be afraid of spiders.
you have to be afraid of everything.
They are trying to kill you in Australia.
Let's see. Now the Evening Standard reports that listening to the characters all day is teaching kids in the U.S. to speak in a slight British accent. Instead of complaining, American parents are loving the cute side effect.
Because the British accent is cute.
It is.
We like Brits, even though half of them we can't understand.
The main character speaks in Southern British accent and uses Britishisms.
And their jammy cookies suck.
Enough young viewers have picked up on Peppa's way of speaking that it's been called the Peppa effect.
Yeah, don't bring jammy cookies with you, Peppa Pig.
One lady wrote on Twitter that her daughter lapses into a slight British accent and vocabulary and uses the word straight away more than I ever have in my life.
Now, hold on a second. Is this creating a spelling catastrophe with American children?
I don't know. Are they spelling things on Peppa
Are
Pig?
they putting extra vowels?
Are they adding U's
syllables?
to their color
I don't know.
and favors?
Are they teaching them aluminium and protein?
One kid says he goes on holiday instead of vacation.
What?
Ooh.
Bank
saying.
holiday?
And they go to university instead of college? Or is that just a Canadian thing?
Do they say it's brilliant?
Brilliant!
Do they use the Queen's C word? Yeah. I mean, that's allowed over there, right?
Mommy, why are you being such a cunt today? It's not so cute. That is it, kids. Is it, parents?
When's that wanker going to bring me some bangers and mash?
Peppa Pig is watched in more than 200 countries. Thanks,
Wow.
Blake.
What?
You're welcome.
And worth over $1 billion worldwide.
Peppa Pig is watched in more than over 200 countries, even though there's only 197?
There you go. That's what it says.
That's impressive.
Anyways,
do we need to
moving
put a
on.
correction?
What?
So do we need to send a correction to
We might.
to the Evening Standard?
Hey, Siri, how many countries are there in this world? Uh-huh.
Come on.
Answer is 0 person inches.
Thanks, Siri.
That's exactly what I expect. fucking series is worthless.
0 person inches.
0 person inches?
Yes. Well, we got a title.
Now iTunes is going to ban us.
Well, we're going to write out 0.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, moving on. So there's 0 person inches in the countries. I don't even know what to say to that.
I think there's like 230 something countries in the world.
Well, UN recognized countries, there's 197.
You're going to have to go to Google.
This is Blake's favorite story of the week.
Yes.
Per Fox News. When many home displays display cute Easter symbols,
Yeah.
brightly colored eggs, pastel-hued baskets. Does anyone put Easter decorations out?
Some people do.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are usually more religious
Oh.
than us. Then again, I don't put decorations out for any holiday, so I'm certainly not going to pick Easter to be the one to start with.
If you have
Which one would you start with? Arbor Day?
Over Easter, yeah. No, Halloween would be the one I would start with.
Okay. One
Although
of,
Cinco de Mayo would be fun.
one of the lawns, on the lawn of a dentist's office in New Jersey has attracted headlines because of its well-endowed and scantily clad bunnies. The display at a dental office in the city of Clifton featured 5 mannequins dressed in lingerie, fishnet stockings, colorful wigs, all holding Easter baskets and surrounded by Easter eggs.
Now, these are pastel-hued wigs.
Yes.
I see no problem with that, and I'm sorry for hitting my microphone.
It has drawn mixed reviews from neighbors as well as passerbys. Some have stopped to take photos. The best part is a television news crew, was filming the decorations around 1 p.m. last Tuesday when a woman who lives across the street from the dental office and identified herself as Desiree Mozick took it down with garden shears while the news was filming.
Sounds pretty violent.
So they know who did it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's on
They
film.
recorded it.
I think I did something right, she said to the WPIX television crew. That's disgusting already. I got a son, He's 16 years old. He's a good boy, He doesn't need to see this every time I take him back from school and stuff. If he's 16 years old, he's not a good boy.
If he's 16 years old, he's not looking at that.
Oh, he might be.
He's probably already got his password to Pornhub.
He actually downloaded Tree app. The owner of the display, Wayne Gagney, called it a spoof. He said the idea came to him when he saw giant Easter eggs while walking around a Party City store.
And hot chicks.
He added that he liked Playboy bunnies when he was a child, just as a child, and thought the display would be funny. Mrs. Shepstone, it says Desiree Mozick, but I think it's screwed up. She has been charged with criminal mischief for taking down the mannequins. Her actions may have backfired. She will now have to appear in municipal court, and support for Gagney and his display have now grown since she took them down with shears. So there's 2 things. It's either Desiree Mozick or Desiree Shepstone. We don't know what her real name is.
Crack reporting.
Thank you, Fox News.
Well, her real name's probably Shepstone, but she
Goes by.
identified herself to the television crew as
I
something
got
else.
you. Good job, Jeff. Nobody deserves this, says Clifton's Gina Scotta Zitnik, who previously posted that she found the display abhorrent.
I find her abhorrent.
But no, now she's changed her mind since people started taking it down. Nobody has the right to enter somebody's property and touch, destroy, or damage anything. See, Jeff, she came around.
Oh, she still thinks it's abhorrent, but
Yeah.
I'll give her credit. She does agree that, it's not within your right to destroy someone else's property.
The dentist's office is no stranger to holiday decorations controversy. In the past, his elaborate Halloween
Halloween and Christmas.
Yes, decorations have drawn criticism as well as visitors and praise. In 2002, 2012, the dentist's display of bloody corpses, skeletons, and furry spiders covered his building and property attracted lots of visitors, as well as a parking ticket blitz, because Clifton police cracked down on what they called traffic hazards. He was not happy and threatened to put an end to the decorations, but he has not done so. So there you go. There's your. I like that one. I like that one.
The photo's
I'm
entertaining.
confused as to why people parking illegally has anything to do with having holiday displays.
They think it's a traffic hazard because they're stopping on this main
People
road.
are slowing down and stopping on a main thoroughfare.
They're
so they can
giving them
stop and
parking
take
tickets?
pictures.
If they stop and pull over,
Yeah.
maybe.
'Cause
You have to park to get a parking
Well, maybe
ticket,
they're getting
don't
out
you?
and look.
Well, they shouldn't.
I don't live in New Jersey by choice, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
then they're right, though. If they're parking in a no parking zone, chances are there's a good chance you'll get a ticket.
I agree.
Find a place to park and then walk to it.
And because it's New Jersey, it's probably already overcrowded anyways.
Yes.
The streets, cars.
So there's your news of the geek.
Well, we do have a update for a number of countries.
Okay.
There are 195 sovereign states recognized by the UN.
Okay.
193 countries and two sovereign entities of the Palestine and
Outside in the Vatican.
Yes. There are 201 states with at least partial recognition, acknowledged by at least one UN member.
Yeah, so like Southern Ossetia or something is recognized by Russia, but nobody else in the world recognizes it.
Except Peppa Pig.
There are 204 to 207 de facto sovereign states that are self-declared countries.
And that's where I think Taiwan falls in.
And Pretoria.
There are 249 country codes in the ISO standard list. 211 FIFA countries eligible for World Cup, and 206 Olympic nations.
So there you go, Jeff.
Yeah, well, Puerto Rico is an Olympic nation, and they're not even a country.
And according to Siri, 0 person inches.
0 person inches. Thank you, Siri.
And there's probably about 10 million sovereign citizens, mostly concentrated in the state of Washington and Oregon.
Thanks. Thank you. Anyways, moving on. Jeff, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Jim, what are you doing?
Going to the Comic Expo.
Blake? Good talk.
I'll be in New Jersey visiting the Easter display.
The Labor Day display at that
and
point.
getting a parking ticket.
You know what? Sean Mayer, you know what he's doing?
He's going to be at the Cincinnati Comic
Yes.
Expo.
Who was he?
He was the doctor in
Firefly. That's right.
Simon Tam.
Yep. He is going to be just announced today on the at the Comic Expo.
I was happy to see that.
Yes, Firefly is coming because Alan Tudyk is going to be there too.
Yes, and so is Marina Bakarin.
That's right. Thank you for saying that.
Last year we had Summer Glau, Sean Mayer's television sister.
That's true. That's true. September 20th through the 22nd, you can get tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
And that's September 20th through the 22nd.
Duke Energy Convention Center. Angus McInnes is going to be there. He was John Dutch Vander, a.k.a. Gold Leader in Star Wars.
And the lead singer of AC/DC?
No, wrong one.
Or guitar player?
Bernard
Guitar
Hill,
player.
first USA signing. Lord of the Rings he's known for, and Titanic. First USA signing ever.
Theoden King. Was he the captain of the Titanic in the movie Titanic?
I believe that he was, yes. I believe he was.
I haven't seen it.
Good for you.
Jim.
Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
Fuck!
Justin
I need
Min
to see it now.
from the Umbrella Academy is going to be there.
Yes.
Number 6.
Emmy Raver Lapman, she will be there from Umbrella Academy.
Number 3.
Yep. I like her character.
I heard a rumor.
Also, Garrick Hagan, who was Biggs from Star Wars. He's going to be there. And Ben McKenzie is going to be there as well from Gotham. So, and Josh Keaton, who was a voice actor in Voltron, Hercules, and the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Hercules.
Wrong one.
Oh.
Nathan Fillion's not going to be there because he costs like $100,000 for a half hour. But he's worth it. I mean,
Yes, he is. So, so that's who's going to be there so far. Just to let you guys know. And there's going to be announcing a lot more people. So, just keep checking back with Hobie or the Cincinnati Comic Expo. It's on www.cincinnatiComicExpo.com. And you can get your tickets there. And also on their Twitter, Cincinnati Comic Expo. And it's Duke Energy Convention Center, September 20th through the 22nd. Is that better for you, Jeff?
It is.
Thank you. Get your tickets.
Hey, hooligans, this is Michael
This is Michelle.
This is Jeremy.
from Who the What Now?
The show about
Strange stories from the internet.
And Bigfoot came over and beat his ass. He knocked him around a little bit, and he just kind of went limp, and Bigfoot left.
pop culture.
Jean-Claude Van Clam.
I thought
Jean-Claude Van
thought you were
Clam
gonna-
was supposed to be the alien in Predator. And did like a jump splits and ended up with his bash right in the dude's face.
That's his
Do I get
move.
the part?
In our crazy lives.
I'm like, oh, there's a cat on my back. And then all of a sudden, I feel something. I feel a furry paw go down my ass crack. Just slide right down my ass crack. I was like, what are you doing?
You can catch us on all your favorite podcast applications,
Spotify,
iTunes,
Libsyn,
iHeartRadio,
Stitcher.
your mamas, and wherever else they have quality podcasts.
So don't miss out on the next
Who the What
Now?
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Unfortunately, we have to throw out Hellboy's reboot. The comic book franchise was DOA with just $12 million in its opening weekend. That's incredibly low for a film that most thought would be struggling at their predicted $18 million. So, yeah, that's certainly terrible for Hellboy.
Yes.
The opening is way below the $23.2 million start that the Guillermo del Toro directed 2004 take went, and the Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, started with $34.5 million in its 2008 opening. Got tons of negative buzz from fans who didn't think it could recapture Del Toro, Ron Perlman magic. Critics hated the film at a mere 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience gave it a C on CinemaScore.
Which is like an F everywhere else.
Yeah, a C is below a B minus.
Yes. Entertainment Weekly, B minus though.
Did they?
No, I don't.
They give everything a B minus. It was a terrible, 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 terrible movie.
Don't waste your time.
B minus.
Yes.
Yeah. Part of this may be due to the clashes behind the scenes and the fact that the film had a whopping 16 producers, and also blah, blah, blah. A sign of too many cooks. Look it up. It's off to a good start with just $10.1 million for a $22.1 million worldwide total. It only has one more week before Endgame arrives, and it looks like it'll be lucky to get $30 million domestically. It'll likely need at least $100 million overseas to hit any profit margin. Not impossible, but not likely. Moving on to other bombs, United Artists and Laika had a dud with Missing Link. It's got a $5.8 million start, and not even half of the expected $12 million. This is the same studio that brought us Coraline, Paranorman, and Kubo and the Two Strings. I really liked Kubo and the Two Strings.
I never saw it.
I would recommend it, and I think your children would enjoy it.
Okay.
This film was just too far under the radar. Even positive reviews, 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, couldn't save it, and a B+ on CinemaScore. There's no word on the budget, but the other Laika stop-motion films all cost about $60 million range. And there's no way that The Missing Link will make that
It
back.
doesn't look good. It didn't look good.
No, unless what they showed is the bad parts of the movie in the ads, which is the worst possible way to advertise a movie. Although Shazam came close to doing that, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have shown the worst parts of the movie in the ads.
In the
I
ads.
thought everything not seen was better.
Okay.
Speaking of Shazam, number one for the week was Shazam.
Shazam!
It made another $25 million, a total of $95 million on a $100 million budget. So that's going to make its money back by this week, just domestically.
Yes.
Little made $15.5 million on an opening weekend on its budget of $20 million. Oh, that's the one where the girl
switches
the opposite of big. Okay. Hellboy, as we said, made $12 million on a $50 million budget. Pet Cemetery made another $10 million, $41 million on a $21 million budget. And Dumbo made another $9 million, a total of $90 million on a $170 million budget.
It's at $250, I want to say, worldwide.
Okay.
And they said with marketing, it's still not going to make its money back.
Yeah, but then it'll get its money back on DVD or Disney Plus service. Well, this movie will drive people to
Disney
get
Plus.
Disney Plus.
No, it won't.
Oh, never mind then.
We actually thought about seeing this past weekend.
Like I said, the only person I know who's seen it said good things about it.
And we were thinking about taking all the kids, and then because we're like, wow, we're going home, let's do something fun with the kids, and it's like, well, let's see if Dumbo or let's see it's out there. And Miss and Link and Dumbo both start like an hour and a half later. It's like, okay, we're not waiting that long to watch a movie.
You should take them to see Pet Cemetery.
Look, kids, they come back.
Yeah, well, I was listening to Pittsburgh Nerd, and they were talking about when he went to see Pet Cemetery, or I think he was going to Shazam, but watched a family bring their young children into Pet Cemetery.
Smart move.
It's like, yeah, well.
See, this is what happens. We're going to kill you, and we're going to bury you up on that hill, son.
But you'll come back.
I had to deal with someone who was upset when I worked at the theater because there were young kids in their showing of, I think it was The Devil's Rejects. Had their parents brought, and I'm like, if they're with their parents, there's nothing I can legally do.
You should call child services because no kid should see that
I'm
movie.
like, if you think there's a problem there, then you want to report them to child services, be my guest.
Of all the R-rated films, The Devil Rejects is not a good one to take any kid to see. That is that's even tough for me to watch.
All right. Opening this weekend, April 19th, 2019, we have The Curse of La Llorona.
La 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 bamba.
Ignoring the eerie warning of a troubled mother suspected of child endangerment, a social worker and her small kids are soon drawn into a frightening supernatural realm. Their only hope to survive La Llorona's deadly wrath may be a disillusioned priest and the mysticism he practices to keep evil at bay on the fringes where fear and faith collide.
That sounds like a good family movie. Also, we have Breakthrough. Oh, Jim's not ready. I'm sorry. Okay.
The lady from This Is Us, her son falls through the river, the ice, is dead,
When
and
he
then
was-
she prays, and he comes back.
When he was 14, Smith drowned in Lake St. Louis and was dead for nearly an hour. According to reports at the time, CPR was performed for 27 minutes to no avail. Then the youth's mother, Joyce Smith, entered the room, praying loudly. Suddenly there was a pulse, and Smith came around.
The kid's name is Smith.
That's it.
Oh.
And now he's all good.
Is this based off a true story?
Yes.
Supposed to be, yes.
I think I... Thanks,
Blake. It is based on a true story.
I think I remember when hearing about this when it happened, about
Yeah.
the kid coming back to life after falling through the ice.
Yeah. So,
Is this in Canada?
yes.
I thought this was a documentary about the Atari game Breakthrough.
That was
Breakout.
Breakout. Damn it. Nice try. Of course it's Canada. Who else is walking across a frozen pond? Nobody in America.
We
Well,
did growing up.
Minnesotans.
We did too.
And we also have coming out Penguins.
Disney Nature's all-new feature film Penguins is a coming-of-age story about Adelaide
Coming-of-age
penguin
story.
and-
Jason's
named
favorite.
Steve, who joins millions of fellow males in the icy Antarctic spring on a quest to build a suitable nest, find a life partner, and start a family. None of it comes easily for him, especially considering he's targeted by everything from killer whales to leopard seals.
Killer Wares.
Killer Wares.
Werewolves.
Killer whales who unapologetically threaten his happily ever after. From the filmmaking team behind Bears and Chimpanzee.
Oh, Bears about
Disney
that.
Nature's Penguins opens in theater in time for Earth Day.
Jeff, what's
this-
Bears about?
It's about a
Subsection?
a subsect of the gay community. Yes.
Yes.
Did
Disney
you
did a
say
really good job with that
furries?
documentary.
No, not furries. That's something completely different. Did you say that was a documentary?
Yeah. It's a Disney documentary.
They named the penguin Steve.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Coming of age story. His sister gets a period.
Coming of age story.
Everybody loves a penguin
which
period.
is what every one of Blake's plot lines. Plot.
Oh, those are Jason.
That's not mine.
It doesn't say documentary here.
Oh, I'm like, are they actually giving it a story? Is Steve talking? As
Oh, they do that with all their documentaries
Disney
for Earth
Nature's
Day.
all-new feature film Penguins. Is
Yeah,
a
they do that
coming-of-age
with all their
story. It
things.
doesn't say it's a documentary.
So it's not a documentary. So they set it up So it looks like killer whales are attacking him when it's really not happening.
What actually happens is he gets swept by New York Islanders.
Oh.
Wow.
The top billed cast for this, Ed Helms is the narrator.
And here's Steve.
They've gone through
look out for
17
that whale.
Unfortunately, they've gone through 17 different Steves because he kept getting eaten by the whale.
So it's
they
like
just
Babe.
They just kept throwing another Steve out there. Yeah, he looks good.
So is it final where the Penguins actually swept by the Islanders?
No, they still have some time
Still
left.
have some time left. We'll find out.
Next.
Well, you know what?
Islanders just beat Penguins.
Did they?
I just got
You just got okay.
I did too.
3-1.
What still has time left? There's
Spoiler
about 2
alert.
days left on the Kickstarter campaign for the Legend of Vox Machina, the Critical Role campaign. They set a record so far for any video project with over $10 million.
Dear God.
And there's 2 days left in the project, and so they're going to be coming out with their animated series. They were only looking for $700,000 to make like
So what are they
one
gonna do?
episode. Now they're making 10 episodes of a series
Good
now.
for them. Good for them.
So if those listening to that, you have till, if you're listening before Thursday, whatever date that is, the 18th, then you can still get in on this if you want to help them make more than $10 million.
Did you get in on it?
I threw $1.
Oh, okay.
They really didn't have any rewards I wanted, so I'm like, well, I want to do something, but
Yeah.
like, unfortunately, the actual copy of the show is not an award they have.
Gotcha.
Other than they promise people who sponsor it will get first chance at seeing it.
Gotcha.
So,
What else we got? We got some buy-sell?
buy sell, the career of David Harbour. He is currently sitting at $93.41.
$92.21.
Oh, he's plummeted.
Agony.
Well, he's slipping because of the Hellboy not doing too well.
It's true.
Buy.
I think I'm selling.
I'm
buying.
selling.
What's he coming out other than Stranger Things?
Black Widow.
He's in Black Widow.
Buy.
Bye.
Black Widow never get made. Sell.
And Regina Hall is at $43.94.
She was in Little.
Wow, our comparison is Tiffany Haddish, who's at $53.67.
Hackney said it was tough to find anyone.
I still don't know what Tiffany Haddish has done other than Groupon commercials.
Wasn't she Saturday Night Live?
She's not in it.
No?
She co-hosted. She hosted, I think.
I thought you. Huh?
I don't remember her from Saturday Night Live. I know she was in some movie with Will Smith because that's how the whole Groupon thing started. Was while filming a movie, her and her, I suppose, husband or something were going to a place and they had a Groupon, so they invited Will and Jada to go with them. And Will and Jada had no clue what Groupon was. But now Groupon then heard that story and hired Tiffany to be their spokesman, and that's the only thing I know her from.
Tiffany Haddish. Let's go. Keanu, Girls Trip, Uncle Drew, Night School, The Oath, Nobody's Fool, The Lego Movie 2, the second part, The Secret Life of Pets 2, The Kitchen, Limited Partners, 24 Jump Street, a.k.a. 21 Jump Street, and Girls Trip 2.
So nothing I have seen, that's why I don't know who she is.
The Carmichael Show is there, what she got her start on after doing stand-up comedy. And then breakthrough in the film Girl Trip.
I remember the film came out. Does that have Jada Pinkett? Maybe she was in a movie with Jada Pinkett. Okay. She was in a Jada Pinkett movie, not a Will Smith movie. Unless Will Smith was also in Girl Trip. I don't know. I'm just babbling on.
So we're going to buy or sell.
I'll buy Regina Hall.
I'll buy.
Sell.
I don't know what you got coming out, Jim.
I will buy, because on June 14th, 2019, Shaft.
Oh, a new remake of Shaft?
Uh-huh. And then The Best Man Wedding and Girls Trip 2.
Oh, Girls Trip 2 hasn't come out yet.
Yes.
Just talking
But
about
we'll
Shaft.
have Regina Hall and
Tiffany Haddish. Ooh.
I'm just talking about Shaft.
You're one bad...
You shut your mouth. Okay, let's do some top 5. top 5 is animal guides. What we equate ourselves to.
What animals bring out us?
Yes.
What animals encompasses
Jeff,
what we are?
you go first. What's your number 5?
I will say I came up with 4 of them, so this 5th one was a little difficult. So I decided to go online and take a couple of tests or whatever to find out what my animal would be. And according to the online test, I came up with turtle.
And why is that?
I don't know. Because I answered questions and turtle came up.
Jim, what's your number 5?
Is this one of those that Pam Morris does all the time on Facebook?
Probably.
Yeah.
I just Googled,
What animal am I? What's your number 5, Jim?
My number 5 is going to be the honey badger.
That is my number 1.
Because I just don't give a fuck.
That's what my number 1 is. I just don't give a shit. Hence the reason Jeff and I have been friends for so long. We never fight. Why? I just don't care. Jeff agreed.
But the honey badger does fight, though.
I thought the honey badger.
Honey badger fights. It just doesn't give a fuck.
I thought the honey badger made a lot of interceptions.
He does. He did.
And
He did.
tackles.
He used to.
He used to do that, but
That's my number 1. Put it on the board.
on the board.
What's your number 5, Jim? Or Blake?
What does your wife say your number 5 is, Blake?
My spirit animals or guardians or animal spirits.
Animal companion.
Animal spirits. There you go.
No, I asked my wife to do it for me because I was too lazy to think of 5.
Okay.
So the first one she said donkey because you're an ass.
Damn, I was going to use that joke against Jason when I said, shouldn't Jackass be on your list?
I'll get to that
No,
one.
I was donkey.
Oh,
Not
Donkey.
not a jackass.
I
That's a
did-
different animal.
Number 5,
I thought they were the same thing.
Depends.
number
Dev,
5.
let us know.
Number 5, I'm a koala because sometimes I just don't want to do anything. I'm just kind of there. It sleeps 18 hours a day. It's just as relaxed. Just kind of eats.
You eat a lot of Hall's eucalyptus.
I do love eucalyptus.
Hall's eucalyptus.
Number 4
You know he rubs
Just the
it on his
opposite.
chest.
is a phoenix fox. Have you ever seen a phoenix fox? They're about 10 pounds.
They
And
said
every-
feish fox.
No, not fetish fox. It's
Isn't
a
that,
furry.
You get that animal
is that
from
the type
Pornhub?
of animal that's Firefox's logo?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but we go to the zoo and it's in a nocturnal house and it's this little 10-pound little
Oh,
thing.
probably
It's
not
cute.
then,
It's
if
cute
it's
as anything, and it just never stops running. It just goes back and forth.
So you're I do nothing, but I always keep running.
It depends because my wife always tells me you need to slow down, just stop. And then when I do, when I crash, I go like a koala bear. On Sunday, I crashed and fell asleep at 8:30 at night and didn't wake up until the next day. I didn't even realize it. So I go one extreme to the other. So I'm a Phoenix Fox. What's yours?
My next one was snake because I can be evil.
You're a what?
Snake.
Snake.
Serpent. You know,
Okay.
the creature that
Your wife
tempted
loves
Eve.
you. Your wife really loves you.
It gets better.
Jim, what's your number 4?
A banana slug.
Why?
Because sometimes I just want to lay there
And they're a great mascot.
and maybe move a little bit.
Your girlfriend is so
Slowly.
lucky. I just want to lay here, honey.
You have to have a girlfriend for the love.
Oh, that's true. Number 4, Jeff?
For me, my number 4 is bear.
Oh,
That's all I'm going to say.
subculture. Anyways, what's your number 3?
My number.
Isn't that your fuzzy spirit animal? Furby spirit animal?
Furby.
Furry
Yes, he
spirit
dresses as a
Furby.
Furby.
My number 3 is a platypus
Why?
because they're goofy, and there's no way in hell something like that should ever have evolved on this planet.
They've got big bills.
And they got big bills.
Jim, number 3.
A lemming.
You just follow people?
Just follow. Sometimes I just
Go along with the crowd,
You
go around
do.
the crowd. Yeah, you do.
just like Nazis.
Yes, I'm a Nazi. Thank you, Jeff.
Number 3, Blake. What'd your wife say?
This is where my wife starts to get nice. She says owl because outside of the persona
You just keep
in
saying
this
who?
podcast. Yeah, no.
Keep saying who?
I'm actually kind of wise.
Who?
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Who?
Who? I just thought you keep repeating that to your wife when she's telling you a story. Who? Who?
Actually, I do that. Maybe I wrote down the notes incorrectly.
Number 3 for me is squirrel. Jeff, you can back me up. I'm easily distracted sometimes.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
I thought it was because you hide your nuts.
Secret squirrel.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah, I have like 80.
You try to cross the street, and then you never know which way to run when a car comes.
That's true. Number 2, a raccoon. Trash pandas, because they're
panda.
assholes. And so there you go. Instead of a jackass, I'm a raccoon because they're assholes too. Mm-hmm. But I'm a lovable asshole.
You can continue to believe that.
You have opposable thumb?
Why do you still talk to me?
I don't know.
Mom and dad pay. My mom and dad
Yeah,
pay.
yes.
Maybe
I'm attracted to assholes. Oh, wait, that
goes with the
right.
bear. Never mind. Number 2, Blake.
Now this would be deer. She didn't specify, doe, fawn, buck.
Okay, why?
But just deer in general, because back at her old house there was
She used to hunt and kill them.
No, there was a doe with 2 fawn, and
Mm-hmm.
I told the girls that those were our spirit guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, when we moved to the new house and first week in the backyard, there's another, doe and 2 fawn.
They're now
So they-
resting above his mantle.
Yes, and I killed them. No,
Why
ate them.
Why would you put doe
No.
and fawns? There's no trophy. But
Have you met Blake? He doesn't care.
Well, no. The doe and fawn survived. The buck was shot and killed and hung on
That's right.
someone's wall.
Well, see,
And
You
that's
like
what-
your dad now?
Yeah, see, no, the doe and the fawn killed the buck and ate him
A cannibal deer. Okay.
after spending all his money.
I'm checking Far Side. I'm checking this like a Far Side there.
Well, you
with the
see
forky
those
knife.
hunters. You see those hunters with the deer's ass on the mount. You ever see that?
No.
The deer tail mounted on the wall.
Okay.
You never seen those?
I'm going
as
to take your word for
jokes?
it. I don't go to many places that have deer assholes on the wall. No.
No, it's because the other side is the head.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jason doesn't go in the back rooms. He only sees the rooms that has the ads in it.
I missed it.
So anyway.
Jim, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is a seagull
Why?
because they might be the most annoying animal on the planet.
Mine.
And they will steal anything that they can.
Do they
get their
say
beaks
yoink
on.
first?
No, they don't even yoink it.
Jeff, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is a duck
Why?
because I think ducks are cool.
That does not describe you.
Ducks. Well,
Do you swim?
I could swim.
He
If I
eats
was a duck,
breadcrumbs.
I could fly if I was a duck. And for no reason at all, people in parks feed ducks.
They throw,
you go to-
they throw breadcrumbs at them.
This is like that sounds like the ideal life to me. Fly around, swim a little, and have people feed you.
What's your number 1, Jeff?
My number 1 is the manatee. He is my number 1 animal guide
Okay.
or whatever we're calling this.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes.
Because he has whiskers.
Well, he does have that too, and he floats, and he's content with it.
That's nice.
And I do a great impersonation of a manatee.
Jim, what's your number 1?
I'll go with the chaparral bird,
What is that?
otherwise known as the roadrunner,
Why?
because
Beep, beep.
He used to run long distances.
yeah, it used my prior. No, I used to run a bunch, and they are found in Southwest United States and clocked up to 20 miles per hour. And
I don't think you can run that far or fast. I mean,
they spend most of their time walking and running, but are capable of flight when pressured.
Blake, what's your number
If
1?
you only had that speed going around the bases.
I did at one time.
What's your number 1, Blake? What did your wife say?
Eagle.
I do have manatee speed going around bases.
You do. We can verify that. That is checked. That is fact checked.
Why are you an eagle?
Because the patriotic justice and idealism.
Because it serves the country, and he believes in the
Yes.
United States.
I'm kind of scared if I ask my wife what guide
Well, see,
animals I am.
she kind of hit the range. She went from ass to, the
Ass to
donkey
eagle?
to eagle. She went to ass to eagle. Yeah.
You never go ass to eagle.
No, that can't be a title.
Actually,
We're talking about the animal.
she started off, donkey, snake, and she's like, well, you're going to say these on the air? I'm like, yeah, well, I better get nice then.
Never go ass to eagle.
And Jason, I suppose, you had your honey badger stolen.
Yeah.
Honey bad.
I was stunned you didn't have narwhal on your list.
I do love narwhals.
I know.
Yeah, you have underwear with the narwhal on
I
there.
do.
What about Nerf Herder?
Yeah, just make narwhal your number one.
Okay, I like narwhal. Every time we go to the zoo, my kids ask me, "You got your narwhal underwear on?" Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah, you should wear it every time you go
I
to
do.
the zoo.
I'm disappointed nobody said Bassalope.
T-turtle. They were the booth
See, I'm
next
not
to us.
imaginary, so I wasn't going to say Bassalope.
A Snuffleupagus?
I don't even know what to say to any of that. Yes, so there you go. There's our top 5. I think we actually did have some, didn't we?
Yes, I saw at least a couple on Facebook.
Let me get some for here.
I don't know if anybody responded
I had an
on Twitter.
update on our Jacob's cookies.
Go for it.
Somebody informed me that they were probably used to be made to eaten with tea or coffee.
But I hate tea and coffee.
They're definitely not crumpets.
Let's see here. Dev, the side guy, had number 5. Number 5, American Mammoth Donkey for its stubbornness and cheap labor cost. Grizzly Bear for its love of honey and raw fish. Trash Pandas, a.k.a. Common Raccoon, for its ability to eat garbage food.
Trash Panda. Is that any better? No, it's much worse.
Possum for its ability to look and smell dead so threats will leave it alone. And his number 1 is Chimpanzee for its poo-flinging warfare and tool usage.
That's a pretty good
Brad
one.
from Cinema Guys and Lisa had Jason's animal guide is Jar Jar Binks. That's not very nice.
Me so
I
annoying.
think he means Gungans in general. Is that
Oh,
better?
okay. Well, yeah, that's better. That's better. He let
Do
it
you
on.
want fat Gungans or Jar Jar like Gungans?
Oh, all Gungans? I don't know.
The fat one's in charge.
That one rules.
I'm going with that one. Anyways,
Boss Nass.
Man, I should have made all of them like Shelob and an ant.
Shadowfax.
so there you go. There's our top 5. There's our episode. We appreciate you stopping by and listening. And bad idea of the week.
Chocolate Pez.
Number?
718.
There you go. Chocolate Pez.
Okay.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, it's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum.
Well, I don't even know why we're doing it since you already named the show.
I got She Didn't Get Elephants.
Oh, she didn't. I got Xerxes. I got Blame It on Acne.
Acne!
I got the food episode. Your Mom is a Clone.
I do like that one.
Salty Nut Roll. And 0 person inches.
I got Nut Bread.
Nut bread.
Back to Cookie News. 0 person inches. And She Didn't Get Elephants. I do like Your Mom is a Clone.
I got, why didn't I think of doing this before when I'm talking into the mic?
You mean just sit there and hold it instead of leaning into the...
Yeah, I can relax now.
You know, every time
Lean
I
back?
do that, I go, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Ninth Circle of Hell.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Way to go, Judas. Way to serve your biblical duty.
Not me. I
now
go,
have to listen to Jason sing for the rest of eternity.
not
her name was
unusual to
Lola.
deny
She
your
was a
maker.
showgirl with yellow feather in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
While she tried to be a star, Tony always tended
tended
bar
bar.
across a crowded floor. They worked from 8 to 4. They were in love. They had each other. Who could ask for more at the Copacabana?
She was
The hottest spot north of Havana. At the Copacabana. Music and passion were always the fashion at the Copa. They fell in love.
Copacabana.
Take on me.
His name was Rico. He wore a diamond. He was escorted to his chair. He saw Lola dancing there. And when she finished, he called her over. But Rico went a bit too far. Tony sailed across the bar. And then the punches flew. And chairs were broken too. There was blood and a single gunshot, but just who shot who at the Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana.
Here.
At the Copacabana, music and passion were always the fashion at the Copa. She lost her love.
Copacabana.
Her name was Lola.
Okay. Your mom is a
She
clown.
was a showgirl, but that was 20 years ago when there used to be a show.
Bye,
Now
Blake.
it's a disco, but not for Lola. Still in the dress she used to wear, faded feathers in her hair. She sits there so refined, and she drinks herself half blind. She lost her youth, and she lost her Tony, and she lost her mind at the Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana. At the Copacabana. Music and passion were always the fashion at the Copa. Don't fall in love.
Your mom's a clone.
Oh, I thought we were doing the
0 person inches?
0 person inches.
Change approved. Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.